It's the final week of the regular season, and there's a lot on the line in the game that is one of our best bets here at Pro Football Weekly. I'm joined by our handicapping expert, Mike Wilkening. Be sure to head to the handicapping section on our website to see all of our picks against the spread for Week 17 at ProFootballWeekly.com. And Mike, the Green Bay Packers versus the Minnesota Vikings. Two teams with a lot on the line. Vikings trying to make the playoffs, Packers trying to get that bye. Green Bay 3.5-point favorites in Minnesota. We like the Packers. X's and O's on the field. You think the Packers just have a significant advantage over the Vikings here?
I do, and I think it comes back to the offenses of both teams. Green Bay, in the first meeting between the teams, was not only able to pass the ball, but establish the run too. More than 150 yards on the ground. They outgained Minnesota. They were 9 of 16 on third downs. And look, I think the key with Minnesota is that Adrian Peterson is great. He is going to get his yards, and his rush for history is something that's very exciting, and he's a guy that got 210 yards rushing in the first meeting between these teams. You respect the heck out of him. You know that when you pick against the Minnesota Vikings, Adrian Peterson can single-handedly beat you. That's life in the big city, as they may say. But if Green Bay stacks the box, and if they're able to stop Adrian Peterson enough to put the ball in Christian Pondra's hands, advantage Green Bay Packers, and advantage particularly at this point.
And when you look at the trends in this series, Green Bay has been the better team for most of the recent history, and they've done well in Minnesota as well and on the road this season. And when you look at some of those trends, it also leads us to pick Green Bay.
They've been very good, the Green Bay Packers have, in season finales under Mike McCarthy. They're 6-0 straight up, 4-2 against the spread. The first of those, you want to go back to the beginning, was that New Year's Eve game when Brett Favre in Chicago. The Bears were sort of going on to the Super Bowl that year. I think that was the first time we thought Brett Favre might be leaving the stage left. That's how long Mike McCarthy's been on the job when you think about it. And the quality of play through Week 17 has been something I think that has marked his tenure. And they have had the upper hand in this series of late. They've won 5 in a row. They've covered in 4 of those games, which is particularly important at this number, a little bit more than 3 points. And the Packers overall this year, Kevin, have been a great bet. They're 9-6 against the spread. That's 60%. They're 4-3 against the road on the road. All things considered, we know this. You've got teams that are good teams that aren't good bets. The Green Bay Packers are a very good team, and they're a very good bet.
Mike, we know the Vikings will be putting it all on the line, trying to get into the playoffs with a win. They have the home field advantage, and you think there might be some backers because there's that hook at the 3.5 points. But the Packers playing very well right now. A huge win over Tennessee last week. No problem covering the spread in that game. To see all of our picks against the spread and our lock of the week, be sure to check out our handicapping section at our website, ProFootballWeekly.com.